fix in Modern Warfare and what also needs to change as well. So lately I've been playing Modern Warfare. Well, I've been playing it for a while, and the thing that I really come to notice about the game mode and everything is that in Ground War, you got your two tanks. You got your assault tank, and then you got the regular tank that has about 16 rounds. Well, that tank that has that 16 rounds, what they need to fix on that is that if an enemy is in that and he is shooting you and you're running, the thing that I noticed is that the rounds end up making the person flinch. It automatically makes them to stop moving. Like, they immediately stop moving. They can't run, they can't jump. It's like, boom, you get hit with it, you can't move. It's kind of like a stun grenade. So they need to fix that. I'm going to call it the flinch, because you get hit by it and then it kind of flinches you to where you couldn't move, couldn't do a lot of stuff. So they definitely need to sit there and fix that, where it's not doing that to people, because that's really annoying when you're trying to run and you get hit by it and it's like almost stops you in your track. You're stunned a little bit, it's hard for you to move, and then you're trying to run. So they definitely need to fix that. Another thing they also need to fix is I noticed that when I try to run for cover or something like that, like running around a corner or running around anything or trying to get into somewhere real fast, the thing that I noticed is that when you're getting shot at and you're trying to like go through a doorway, around a corner, or around cover, somehow there's an invisible wall that literally stops you. It's like you try to get it and you're trying to move and it's kind of like you're caught on something, and then you automatically get killed. I noticed that it happens to me multiple times where I try to run around a corner, I try to run to cover, and I'm getting hit at, and then all of a sudden I get caught on, somehow I'm getting caught on nothing. And I'm like, what the heck am I getting caught on? There's nothing I should be caught on. I'm literally in an open space and I'm literally running right to running towards the ladder to get down into the building on A, and it's like, what the heck? Makes no sense why I couldn't go anywhere, especially when I was getting hit. It's like a visible wall. I'm also going to sit there and say this as well, that another thing they need to fix is the audio, the footsteps, because I noticed that a lot of people have been complaining about it. Like, you'll sit there and you will hear footsteps coming from one area, but yet it comes from a completely different area. Like, they come from like you may hear it on the right side, but then it may be coming from the left side instead, and you're like, what the heck? Or it may sound like they're coming from the front, but really they're behind you. So I think they need to really fix the audio as well to make it a little bit better. But I can understand if they don't want to fix it, because there are a lot of people that are sound hoarding. And if people don't know what sound hoarding means, it means that people just stay in one spot and they listen to footsteps, and as soon as they hear footsteps, they immediately go to where they hear the footsteps and kill the enemies, which gives them a bigger advantage over the other person, unless if the other person's also sound hoarding as well and know how to run and sound hoard at the same time. But so that's what needs to be fixed. Now, the changes that needs to be done, like, don't get me wrong, I love the finishers that they done for each of these people, but the problem is, for example, let's go to Zaz. Let's see, I'm trying to think of one that has, okay, I think it's, let's see, because I know they got some of the people with the same moves, and it's like not really fun at all. Like, I believe every operator should have their own finishing move. Okay, I haven't unlocked him yet, so let's go over. Okay. So the thing I noticed, face the end. So you got him plus the fix that does literally the same thing. They both stomp out in the face at the end. It's like nothing new. Let's see, I know he does the headbutt. He snaps the neck, which I believe there's another operator that does the same thing, that literally just snaps the neck. He does a machete. He does a stealth kill. Like, some of them have their own finishing moves, but some of them, they just seem, you know, the same. Whether if they're laying on the ground or they're crouched, it doesn't seem like a lot of them are different, per se. It's kind of like doing the same thing. So, I believe that they need to do more on that. On making each one more unique, more special. I believe they could have done better with Nikito, with his move, because I mean, don't get me wrong, it's okay, but it's not great like I was hoping. It's not like freaking Kruger's takedown. It's not as cool as that. Like, Kruger's takedown is amazing, plus his blast off is amazing. I mean, if they would put blast off on Nikito, it would have been freaking amazing. Let's see, or what's another one that would be good for Nikito? I think it's not that one. There was one that, like, literally they could have done for Nikito. That one they could have done for Nikito, the hobble and the sleigh, instead of having him have it. I think it's maybe Coalition side, maybe. No. No, it's definitely not her. I think it's him. Yeah, it's him. They could have done something like that. I mean, they could have done something as awesome as what they do. Or hers, where there's like stabbing. But I believe they could have done better on Nikito on his finishing move. I believe that they should also do the same thing for Nikito like they did with Mariah. Because if you go here and you go all the way down to, where is it? This one, Operation Myra. So you have these things that you go through. 15 kills as your as Myra as your coalition operator. Play one ground war match as your Operation Myra. But here's the best part, the third part. You get a second finishing move for her. 3 kills without dying 3 times. I believe they should do the same thing for Nikito. I don't believe they should leave him out. I believe they should also do some skins for him as well. So I believe that they should do that. It would be nice if they did some skins for him. Or at least where you could do challenges to get his skins. I would love that. Try to see if they got anything new in the store. Because the thing is, I'm waiting for a Pacific one to come out, which is not that one, but there's supposed to be one. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer, but there's one dude with a gas mask, and it's just the one that I've been waiting for. He's in a ghillie suit with a gas mask, and it's like, oh, I really want that. That's the one that I'm looking for. That's the one I'm waiting for to come into the store to get. But I believe they just need to kind of step it up a little bit to get that. I'm trying to think what else that they need to sit there and change. or fix. Well, I believe they could do better on their stores because some of these, like, yeah, I can understand the Christmas, but I mean, yeah, the skin looks dope. I like it, but I'm not gonna pay that much just to get all this stuff here that I hardly don't want, except for that. That's the only thing I want. This one, that I don't see special. That one's okay. This one, well, I hardly ever use that shotgun. I mean, it looks awesome. I love the sticker. Don't get me wrong, sticker's amazing. This, well, it's not that great. It's just, I don't care for it. That I don't care for it either. Me, it just looks weird with this. So, care about this either, because I mean, doesn't. This one looks like one of the ones that you could get from the challenges, from the looks of it. Like, come on. Some of these aren't even that good, or not even worth buying. Like, seriously, look at this skin. It's not even good. I mean, the leather jacket's okay, sunglasses okay, but everything else, no. It's no. Come on, you could do better than that. This, let's see, you get an assault rifle called the Charlie. Okay, well, it's not that great looking. I mean, it's okay. It's not the best. Now this is okay because I actually watched Electrifying and it's actually pretty cool, but it's not worth buying for that much. This one, love the gas mask. I mean, don't get me wrong, amazing, love it. I guess that would actually be one that I would want for Minotaur to have, but. And then you got the semi-sniper rifle for the Dragunov. I mean, yeah, black. Okay, I see. It's just pure black, but. And then you got the phased ass. Already seen it. It's not that great. I don't care for it. But only thing I would want is that. So I believe they should at least do some separate ones. Say if you don't want it, then they reduce the cost of it. Molten, it's not even that great. Like, look, nothing I want. Night Stalker. That's the only thing I would want, was to be the cold-blooded. That's the only thing I would want, and I'm gonna say this right now. This feels like a reskin, and the reason why I say this feels like a reskin, because look. So you got this blueprint, right? Strapped. Now, let's go over and take a look at the barracks. Or actually, I'll do it this way. Armory, machine guns, E-cycle, reskin. You got the strap, it's just the different colors and different texture to it. But it looks just like that one that we just saw in the store. With the strap, a little bit different, but it still has the strap, and the tape is different and all that. But it's still kind of almost like a reskin. Let's see. Blueprints, armory. This stuff they did good on. I love it. I mean, it looks good, except for that one kind of looks dirty. I don't like that. I mean, if they did it, making it look more cleaner, like World at War, that's one thing. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. That is amazing. That's something I actually would want my MP4 to look like, but right now I don't have the money for it. But let's see, this pistol. I mean, nice and shiny. It's not bad. But this is the only thing I would want, because it looks dope as heck. But to pay that much is ridiculous. We all know what they're trying to do. Lone Star. Old Western. doesn't look bad. Shotgun, I don't care for it. I mean, I love the barrel, but that's the only thing. The other stuff just like not really necessary. High Noon looks amazing. I love the graphics, love the details. I just don't like the flag and the boots on it. Boots and flags don't really care for. So the only thing I would want is that and that. That's the only thing I would want. So it's like if you want to get the stuff, then you gotta sit there and pay for it. But it's like some of it is like really don't want. Like some of these people don't want this stuff. Like this. Not bad looking, I mean looks amazing. But the carrot? I ain't gonna touch that. And the rabbit? Don't care for it. But I'm not gonna pay $500 just to get this. And these two, which these two I hardly would ever use. So I believe they should at least change up the store, at least make things a little bit better. Add more challenges too, because look how many blueprints you only get. So out of weapon wise, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we only got 17 weapons, but how many are what? So we got 1 machine gun, 2 machine guns, 3 machine guns, 3 machine guns, but if we actually look, one's only for the MP7. Okay. MP5. MP5. So we only got 2 MP5s and the MP7. But where is the PP90? Where is the MP? Let's see. PP is like. Let's check. So we don't got any blueprints for that, except for if you actually go and buy a thing to get the air shot. So you get literally got no blueprint for the P90, except for if you go and buy it. MP5, you already got 2. Uzi is only if you go buy it, unless if this is one of the weapons that you actually get from leveling up, that I don't know. PP19, we got nothing for that. Like, come on, make something where we can have challenges to get the PP90 blueprint. And then let's go back to the barracks. And let's take a look. So for pistols, we got the X16. The X16 again. So literally 2 pistols, both the same thing. So if I was to look, okay, this has muzzle flash, laser, reflex eye, and fragile wounding, okay? Well, let's take a look at this other X16. Well, looks more nicer, compensator thing with strip and fast melee. Okay, well, not that great. And then I believe, yeah, that's the only pistols we have. We don't got any of the, we don't ever got anything of the M19 unless if you go to the stores and buy them, or you get them out of the bundle pack, which the blue drawer is amazing because it shoots the lasers like Star Wars, which I love it. You don't got any blueprints for the M19 unless if you get it out of a bundle. Let's see, you don't got any for the 357 unless if you get it out of the bundle. Nothing for the 50GS unless if you get out of the bundle or you go to the tournament and win the tournament. That's the only way. And the tournament's already over so it's kind of per se useless now. But let's see what else. Well, let's go back. Now we got the kilo. Okay, that's 1 kilo. Got 1 AK-7. Got the Fell and the Scar Edge. Okay, so we got those, but if we go check assault rifles, well, you get blueprints if you get 255 for that. And this one I think you get out of a bundle, but I'm not for sure. But that one you get, so I mean, so I can't sit there and say haven't got anything. But where's the blueprint for this? Because I'm not gonna go to the store and get a blueprint. Spend more money on it. We don't got a blueprint for the Olden at all. And 13 we don't got a blueprint. Like in the Ram 7, well, we don't got a blueprint. Well, we got a blueprint if you complete the tiers, but I'd like to have more of it. It'll be nice. And then let's go back again to the barracks. Okay. So we got that done. So now let's go on to the light machine guns. So the PKM, so that's 1 light machine gun. One light machine gun, or actually there should be 2. We should have that, and then there should be another light machine gun. Yeah, okay. So there's 2 light machine guns actually. My apologies. So we got 2 light machine guns, which is the PKM and the M91. So let's go back to the weapons. Light machine gun. Well, you only got 1 for that, but that's in the tiers. You don't got any for the MG34. You don't got any for the SA7. Unless if you sit there and you go buy the bundles, if you're sitting there spending money on it. It's like you guys wanted to spend money, but yet, what about the people who can't afford it or can't spend money? Or they just don't like your designs on the weapons. You gotta make more challenges for us to sit there and get for these blueprints. And then if we go to the marksman rifle, we got the EBR-14, the MK2, the Kar98K. Well, we know in the tiers, in this battle pass, well, you get some of these. Should get the Kar, which is, oh, you get the AVR right there. There should be a Kar, if I am correct. Right there. So you get the Kar of that. But it's like you're not getting enough. Like, we want more challenges. Like, you only got, let's see, if I go through, you got 1 sniper rifle, which you guys, this is another thing you need to fix. So this is the Plague Sword, which I'm so happy I finally got done with this. Got it done in 1 whole game, and luckily I wasn't thinking about it at the time about getting the 4 rapid kills 3 times plus the 15 kills without dying, and that I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. But okay. So they say this is the Dragunov. We all know that's not no Dragunov. It's not the Dragunov. That is the AX50, but you labeled it as Dragunov underneath. That needs to be fixed. So the marksman rifle, you got the MK2. I'm happy you guys put a actual variation scoop zoom scope on it, so I'm actually happy for that. I mean, hell, what's a recon? Especially since I haven't got to level up because, well, I'm more of a sniper person and these do not hit like I want it to hit, which will be nice if you up the damage on the MK2 and the EBR because they do not hit that good, and the Kar 98, if you're shooting from a distance, some bullets are not registering, they still keep going through. And then you got the End of Suffering, the AX-50, which that's like 2 AX-50s right there because you got the Plague of Swords, which they say that's the Dragunov, but it's not. And then you got the Suffering's End, which is another AX-50. And then you don't got any more snipers after that. So the thing is if we go back to weapons, and let's go down here. So we don't have a HGR or the Dragunov, unless if you get them in the blueprint. So you got the Plague of Swords. Oh, actually I'm wrong. That's my fault. I thought that was the frickin' okay, I'll apologize for that because I thought it literally looks like an AX-50. If you literally go down, it looks exactly like it. Okay, so let's go to here. That one you get in the frick, I'm trying to think. You get that in the tiers, but there's no HCR barracks that you could do. Well, we all know there's the Dragunov because I've mistaken that. So the Plague of Swords is Dragunov, which I believe you guys need to up your damage on that as well because it doesn't kill either. I mean, you're constantly having to sit there and hit somebody constantly with it. Like, it may take 2 to 3 shots or maybe even 4 shots to take somebody down, so you need to up the damage on that as well. What else can I talk about? So I know these need to be, all these need to be upgraded. These, or not upgraded, they need to buff and damage because they're not hitting that good. Sometimes the car will one shot, sometimes it doesn't. If it's at a distance, it's really pretty weird. I mean, it doesn't hit like sometimes when you shoot them. Sometimes the bullets don't register. This one takes about literally 2 to 3 to 4 shots to take somebody down, even at a distance, which gets ridiculous unless if you hit them in the head. But it's still, if you're doing bodies, you're taking like 3 to 4 rounds to sit there and take somebody down. LMGs, I haven't played that much with LMGs except for the Hogler 26 and the PKM. This one I got the blueprint for, which does the whole 30 rounds and everything, which I got equipped onto here, which gives it the magazine of 5.56 rounds, carrying less ammunition, increased mobility speed, and reload time. I'm telling you, I didn't mind using it, but I felt like I was going through bullets really fast. I mean, it kills pretty good, but I was still going through bullets pretty fast. Trying to think what else. I think the Uzi needs to be buffed as well. I think it needs just a little bit of buff because I feel like it's not that loved. I don't see a lot of people using the Uzi a lot because it just is hard to kill somebody with it. So I believe the Uzi needs to be a little bit buff. MP7's fine. PP19's fine. MP5's definitely fine. P90 is actually good, and Ankh is good. Kilo I'm actually loving because, well, as you can see, I am using this loadout right here, the Prowler, which increases damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil, which puts down my aim, sight, and movement. but it does pretty amazing. I love it. I'm still working on trying to sit there and see what these two are because I haven't leveled up. And I'm using foregrip, which I haven't unlocked anything that may take better over this right now. And then I got the 60 round mags. It does good. I'm loving it. I could take out 3 people in a row with it. FMJ always love. Don't use grip that much because, well, I'm not a grip person. And then using this sight is pretty amazing. I'm actually loving it a lot to use. I haven't tried these other sights on it yet, but my favorite is this sight. I always love using this sight no matter what on assault rifles, except for the AK, because I'm not like using that on the AK. The FAL, I haven't played with a FAL that much. I need to play with some of these weapons. M4A is good. This one's good. Odin's good. This one I haven't played with yet. The Scar I've played with quite a few times. It's okay, but I feel like some of my bullets are kind of not taking them down fast enough. I mean, it may just need a little bit of love, but not too much love. Shotguns I haven't played with that much except for this shotgun because, well, I don't care about the other shotguns that much. Because let's see, I think, yep, I unlocked the monocle suppression. Wait, that makes no sense. So you got the gun sight plus pellet wide range, which increases the damage on that. But it's saying, oh, it's the ranges. Okay, so the damage is better, but the range is. So mainly you gotta be on close for it. So laser sight. Don't ever use laser sight. Don't ever use that. Stomp. Aim stability, walking speed. I don't care if it's sawed off. Underbarrel. Ooh, that actually increases on range. Increases a little bit on range, but down sight speed. So yeah, movement speed. That's the one that gives you more range. Ammunition, blood. Damage radius. Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder what this one is. Because it reduces the range. I want to care for perks. Well, dang, dude, like, look at that. Look at that damage. If you hit somebody, it's over. It's literally over. I wonder if I... Oh, boy. I don't care about using sights on it. Like, look at that, dude. It's just... You hit somebody with it, it's done for, per se. Like, look, that's almost maxed on damage right there. And I don't even know what that is, because the wall gotta get to level 40. But it does significant reduce on range and accuracy. Same thing with that. So a little bit of range, but a little bit. Look at that. That's almost maxed out for damage. If I was to put that on it, like, look, almost maxed out. Like, dang. But I'm gonna take that off. Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, that's the only one that I played with. These other ones I haven't tried out, except for I tried that one. Well, I tried these in like if I was playing in gunfights, or but it's still not like playing them in ground war multiplayer to see how good they are. So some of these I already tried, but it's just in gunfight. But I haven't got to like really try it out, and I don't care about using the riot shield that much as well. I'm not a person who cares for riot shield and everything. I'm trying to think what else. I think you also need to buff your Molotov, because you can sit there and throw a Molotov at someone and they can still survive it. Even though it was straight impact on them, they can still survive a Molotov. So I think you need to buff that a little bit. C4. I'm going back on the C4 because sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong, the explosion is amazing, you could kill somebody with it, but I think the problem is the distance you could literally throw them can be ridiculous, and you shouldn't be able to throw it that far. But I don't know, I'm not gonna sit there and say whether it should be buffed or not, but for my opinion, it's kind of weird how you can sit there and throw a C4 pretty freaking far. Simtex fine, throw knives fine, proximity fine. Thermite grenades, that's going to be a iffy, because sometimes I think you need to buff it because it's not doing that great of damage if you're trying to get kills. Like, I think there's like one in the barracks, I believe. Where's the one with the challenges? Okay, I think it's this one. 25 thermite kills. Like, really, how? If you throw it at somebody, you better hope it hits. If it doesn't hit, well, they could just get away. But if you hit them, well, that's kind of like, oh, it sticks to them, and then they get constantly hurt and they die. But it's not that great of damage if you throw it right next to them, and then it's just like they get escape. It's kind of like white phosphorus. I think you also need to buff the shield turret, because the shield turret doesn't hit that great, and it takes a long time to kill. And this is for me just trying this out, trying to get that. I only got 3 kills with it, but just from what I've noticed when I've been playing with it, it seriously does not do good. It literally feels like I'm throwing pebbles at somebody sometimes. That streak's good, that streak's good, that streak's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. This one, I'm kind of like, if you're using in ground war, it's kind of like, what's the point of having this when you're playing ground war when you can already get an assault vehicle? So it's per se pointless. Sentry gun is perfectly fine. This one, the Wilson, it's really strange, because at first I thought the Wilson is just like, you throw, like how you do with the Cerberus on Black Ops 4, it comes down and then you just take control of it if you want to, or it just goes around killing. But no, it's completely different. I don't know, I feel like it needs to be fixed. It needs something better. I mean, it's kind of like hard to like get kills plus control it at the same time to move around, so it could be easily taken out. Care packages are fine. Veto, there are pros and cons to this one, how I see it. It's really good at killing, but it's like the worst thing to come across as well. Like, literally, if you're out in the open, the veto hits you, you're mainly done for. You're not gonna make it to cover at all. It's like you get hit, it's done for. So I mean, it's good and bad. I'm not gonna say that if it needs nerf, but in my opinion, it's kind of like having an aimbot for AI, just and you're done. Like it's as soon as it knows that you don't have cold blood on you, you're done for. It's just done. It's over. You're not living. White phosphorus. This one. I want to say it's good, but then it's also bad at the same time. There's pros and cons to it. It's amazing that it puts white phosphorus out on the field with the serious smoke, so you hear people coughing a lot, and if they are too close to it, well then they get burned by it. But the problem with this is it is not easy to kill people with it, unless if you exactly get right off the bat when you're doing the white phosphorus and you're lining it up and you're like, oh, there's some enemies here, let's do it here, and then boom, 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 and you get them that way. But it's pain in the butt. It's hard to see. It's like I don't want to make it too much where if someone's using it, then they could be able to see you, but you can't see them. I don't want to make it that way, but I feel like it needs a little bit tweaked, but I don't know what it needs to be done with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's okay, but I feel like there's something that's missing that needs to be tweaked about it. Chopper Gunner is okay. I just wish that you did more missiles with it, because once you use all the missiles, you're completely done. I wish there was just more than that. Hilo, I feel like they need to make the Hilo more like the Veto, where it's kind of have like an somewhat of an aimbot, but not make it wait. Well, yeah, I'm gonna sit there and say that, because there's times where I do the Veto and the Hilo is just like, oh, it gets some kills, but the Veto's like, boom, I'm doing better than the Hilo. So I think the Hilo needs to be buffed a little bit. Gunship is not bad. I think it's perfectly fine. That's fine. In my opinion, I believe that when people play ground war and everything, and they're camping in the back, constantly taking out people's force streaks, it does kind of get ridiculous, because they're just constantly taking it out. And if they're in their spawn, well, you can't do nothing about it unless if you get a score streak that goes and attacks them, but you're more likely to get them destroyed, except for if it's a cruise-out missile, a precision airstrike, white phosphorus, trying to think of some other ones as well. Frick. Attack choppers, stuff that could kill them if it's coming from the sky. Anything else is just like per se useless, because I noticed that a lot of people in ground war tend to camp in the back and they're just constantly refilling their ammos or stuff like this. This one's kind of iffy because I don't know. I feel like it needs to be faster on the charge time or lock on time, or actually, let's put it this way. I believe that when it needs to strike better. Like, it needs to be faster. Because literally you could lock onto something, fire it, and you're literally waiting for more than 30 seconds before it hits its target, and you're like, okay, this is per se a long waste of time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's accurate, it'll hit its target, but it still takes too long to get to it. So I believe it just needs to be done. But yeah, that's what I believe that needs to be fixed and everything. But as you can tell, there's that much that I have for assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, light machine guns, hardly have a lot, marksman rifles, sniper rifles, pistols, melees. Actually, let's also say about this too. Make a melee challenge as well, where we could get a blueprint of a melee. That will be awesome. No joke, make a melee one as well. But that is all for today. I gotta check the ranks again, because it looks like I'm almost done to rank 55. Looks like I completed quite a few of these hit fires, which, well, that was a long time, 50 headshots. So it looks like most of these I'm already done with. Okay, so I gotta take a look at some of these. Okay, so that's the one saying win 2 team death matches. Well, that one I could get done easily. And what do you get out of these? Every 10 challenges complete, unlock a new season emblem. Wait a minute. So I already unlocked some new emblems. Okay. So I still need to do that. 40 kills with Death Silence active. That'll be easy to get done. When 7 matches of kill confirmed, that's easy to do. 75 with Ghost, that's easy to do. That's easy to do. 3 headshots with a shotgun, easy to do. Let's see. 350 kills with a weapon that has 3 attachments. Well, that's easy to do as well. Long shots while surviving with low health. That one, I guess I'm almost done with. I only got 4 more to go on that. Earn 3 victories and matches of free-for-all. That one I'll have to do, even though I don't like free-for-all. 3 melee kills with a knife or shield. That wouldn't be hard. All I gotta do is go into ground war with that. 15 cluster strikes, that's not hard to do. 25 C4, that's not hard to do. 2 attachments, that's not hard to do. Search and destroy, always do that, that's easy. Kill 2 enemies with their own weapons twice. Oh, I only got 1 more on that. Win 10 matches of headquarters, that's not hard to do. Deploy 5 sentry guns, that's not hard to do. Get double kill or better against the defenders in objective 5 times. 2 or more rapid kills against defenders, that shouldn't be hard. Call in 1 support helo, that one will be easy for me to do. Hit a total of 45 enemies. Kill streaks, vehicles, equipment with an EMP drone, that's not hard to do. 30 kills with a cruise missile, not hard. Win 5 matches of cyber attack, that's not hard to do. Get 150 kills with 1 attachment, that's not hard to do. Call in a Juggernaut. That one I could probably do as well, because I think the highest I ever got to was Advanced UAV before. Well, it shouldn't be that hard. Get 20 kills with a rocket launcher using the amp perk. That one, I guess you gotta just use the Joker or whatever and do it that way. Get 5 kills or better against attackers with guarding a single objective without dying 5 or more times without. Okay, so that one maybe be harder because against attackers while you're guarding a single objective without dying. 5 or more kills. That one may be a little bit more difficult. 75 kills with pistol, that's not hard to do. That's not hard to do. Whoa, that's season 0. Okay, so that one doesn't show, but this shows all the ones. I mean, I'm not going to work on these because that's not what I'm worried about right now. I'm more worried about this stuff right here, because this is what I go for, the blueprints. That's what I like, going for the blueprints. And the one that I'm working on right now would be where is it? I swore. Okay, this is the one that I'm working on right now, the shock and awe. Which comes with a muzzle brake, foregrip, mainly useless stuff that I don't care for, because I already got the PKM already up, but I still want to get it. It's just this one's going to be more pain in the butt because it takes more. That one's going to be easy for me to do because I'm constantly calling in UAVs when I play ground war, or actually I call in counter UAVs most of the time. That's gonna be easy. That's gonna be easy. That's gonna be easy. That one, that one's probably gonna be a little bit more difficult because, well, I gotta make sure I'm by enemies but hidden when I'm doing it. Chopper gunner shouldn't be that hard because I've done it before. I got chopper gunner before multiple times, so it shouldn't be that hard to do that. Frag kills, so most of these won't be hard to do. Only the finishing moves, because, well, you gotta mainly play ground war and use dead silence on somebody. Ghost, that wouldn't be hard. That wouldn't be hard. That wouldn't be hard. That wouldn't be hard. Scavenger, shrapnel, which that ain't hard. That ain't hard. That ain't hard. Well, actually, I want to say it may take more because of the because you gotta just find the people camping. 50 kills. Overkills, that's not hard. Use field upgrades hard, not hard. And I don't think that would be hard. What does come on that? Light does not. None of them are good on that. I think the only ones that are actually worth getting, or worth doing, if you want to get them done, is the heat cycle, the trying to think. That one was worth getting done. That's worth getting done. That one's worth getting done. That one's probably gonna be worth getting done. Alright, actually, Force Attack Commander. No, I don't want activate. I want C. I think that's for the Scar, or is that for the M13? No, that's for the Kilo. Okay. Which, anyways, that's what I'm working on right now, guys. Is the Kilo. This is what I have on the Kilo for my setup right now. And it does me wonders. It's literally amazing. Until I probably get to my suppressor, which I don't know if it has a suppressor or not. It's gotta be one of these two that has my suppressor, the monocle suppressor. Then I want to see how it does when I take this away and put my monocle suppressor on it. So, but that is all for today, guys. Peace.